Okay, and as right as I said that, the battery died. And so I had to go get a new battery. And it's still raining outside pretty good. So at least now I don't have to feel like I'm in a hurry. Alright. So that's pretty much it on how I'm going to do. This is what I call a light maintenance cleaning, to where the gun wasn't fired and it's not being cleaned because you fired it and it was dirty. I'm doing this just as maintenance because the gun's been sitting. And I want to make sure that I didn't miss a spot. There's not a fingerprint that's starting to rust. You know, maybe where I was keeping it, it got moisture in there or some water. So this is just a regular little maintenance clean. Alright? And this one is done. Alright, we're good to go. Goes back in its little home. And hopefully it doesn't rust. What the hell is this one? Looks like a long one. This is like, that's what she said. Man, that's a long one. What is this? Oh, it's loaded. It is a model 19-3. Whatever the hell that means. It's a Smith & Wesson. Looks like a 6-inch barrel. Now remember, the other Smith & Wesson didn't have this protected shroud. Where was that? So this is how they've changed over time. This one has no protective shroud over this. This one has a protected shroud just over this part, your ejector rod. And then one of the other ones has the shroud all the way long. So we went from none to half to all the way. And that's just some of the different things that you can see with the evolution on what's, again, when you have more metal, you have heavier gun. This is a 4-inch gun. This is a 6-inch gun. This is longer. Women get this, guys don't get it. This one's shorter, this one's longer. Even if somebody tells you this one's long, this one's longer, okay? So which one was I cleaning and which one was I doing? Oh, it's this one. Alright, so I've already cleaned that one. Let me, I think I unloaded it. Alright. This gun is pretty cool because it has what's called a recessed, and they don't do that anymore. It's like a recessed cylinder. So when you drop the bullet in, the bullet actually goes down and it's flat. Okay? Your other guns, the bullet sticks up like so on the lip and it stays up a little bit. Whereas this has a recessed cylinder, which is really cool. That's the way they used to make them long ago. But again, so let's go through the same thing. I'm going to get some oil down here. Let's check this up in a while. Oil down here. I'm going to get a drop of oil on each, maybe 2 drops or so, on each little cylinder. Give it a spin. Put some oil down the old barrel here. Turn it around, get a new patch here. Because I used my other patch and started wiping down the outside. And let's see what the barrel looks like. Uh-oh, this is a 6-inch. So this isn't going to make it all the way through. So what I need to do, I need to get my other one. That's longer. But it's metal. So not a fan of the metal. Even though I don't think it's scratching anything. I just like the alrighty. So the barrel's done. Got a little bit of dirt out that barrel. A lot more than I wanted. Not the end of the world. But let me go back to my plastic one. do my cylinders. One, two, three, four, five, and six. And I got a little bit of dirt off here that I don't really like. I'm going to hit these with a second go around because now it's got some oil all the way through it. And I'm a little disappointed at the way my cleaning patch looks. I don't like doing this maintenance cleaning on a gun that I expect to be clean, and I get a patch that ends up looking like that. Not a fan of that. So, although when I look down it looks pretty freaking clean. Alrighty. Drip oil in there. And where you see me putting this is right here where this yoke opens. I'm putting it right here because when this opens, that spins and it drops in there. And then I'm putting it on the inside because when this closes, I'm putting a drop right there. So when it closes, it gets all around there. So that's where you see me putting that oil in those little spots. That's the two spots I'm oiling. Because I can't get a patch in here, that's where I usually use a Q-tip to where I can get in that little groove and give that little groove a good little polishing and cleaning. I thought I saw something in there that I didn't really like. I was like, that kind of looks a little dirty in there. What's up with that? And it was a little dirty. Not a lot, but a little. Okay. Get this checkering. Probably checkering on a hammer. Put a drop of oil on there. Get a little toothbrush. And make sure I get a good bit of oil on every little crack and crevice in there. Okay, so let's oil this little sucker down. And I have no idea. Somebody will say, what did you pay for that? Or how much? I have no freaking clue. When I buy guns, I usually try to get a deal. You notice right here on top here, I don't know if that's going to come out. There's a little scratch. I didn't do that, but I probably whittled the guy down a bit saying, hey, there's a little mark right there that I really don't like. Let me spin this like this. See if that gives a better light on that. Get all the cylinders on the outside. A good coat of fresh life juice. Oil-took gun is like life juice. Now, because this has a recessed little rings here, those little rings, because they're recessed, really I need to get in there with something and give those a good, so I'm going to give those a good little scrubbing with the old toothbrush just to loosen up anything, and then I'm going to go through them with a Q-tip. A nice clean Q-tip, and see if I get any dirt off there. I did get a little bit of dirt. See that? Now, is that dirt because I put a dirty toothbrush on there? Or did it loosen up a little dirt? You know what? I don't really care. I want to make sure that I remove as much junk as I can. Because a clean gun is a happy gun. When you lift this little thing up, it exposes this wheel right here. So you really want to make sure and get in there by holding this up. with a finger if you can get it in there, and then cleaning that area underneath it. Oh, don't let it fall on it. You'll never get it out. It reminds me, how many of you guys ever had a girl that just you were trying to pull out and they were squeezing trying to prevent you? Pretty funny. I've had a couple that were pretty tough. I was like, damn, you kind of got me trapped. But I digress. We're talking about guns. Weapons. One is for shooting, one is for fun. Alright. Little grooves back there. Always want to make sure if I can remove, I don't know how much this patch is getting in there. And this bad boy is done. Back in this little house it goes. Oh, I forgot to get the interior there. I'm going to get a new patch. I broke that. The bad thing about buying these little Q-tips at the 99-cent store is they're not as good as Q-tip, and they break and bend easy. But I go through them so much that the Q-tips are really expensive compared to the 99-cent store ones. So I most definitely like the 99-cent ones better. Notice that discoloration on this trigger here? See how the trigger looks kind of like it's different metal and all that? That's a case hardening that they put on. So when you see that on a gun, it's just been case hardened. And I think you can polish that off if you want to, but a lot of people like the look of it. So I got the barrel. I'll put my bullets back in where they're supposed to be. Nice. You notice when you close this with, because it's recessed, you really can't see the bullets that are loaded. Let me pull one out that's got bullets in it that's loaded. Which one was loaded? This one's loaded. Notice when you look at this one, you can see the rounds in there. Because it's not recessed, the brass heads are sticking out. But when you look at this one, because it's recessed, you don't see that. Pretty cool. Rick, everybody knows that. I can't believe you're even... Whatever. Freaking people want to come here. Not everybody does know it. And I'm trying to educate people and let them know what's going on. So freaking relax already. Alright? So, because I told you I was going to get some wax paper for this, I'm going to stop this and go get some wax paper and show you what I'm talking about. Alright?